Hi, I'm Andy Wood, and call me crazy, but I am sitting on my back porch here in Mobile, Alabama during the arrival of Hurricane Gordon. It's really a lot of bluster and a whole lot of rain, but not like some of the others that we've seen in this area in the past. But there's something about this kind of thing that fascinates me. I'm fascinated with the power, with the speed, with the awesomeness of the display of a created world that at the same time can be creative and destructive, and just to see the majesty and the power of God in all this. Plus, I'm just a little bit of curious, and maybe all of those reasons are why I decided when I went into coaching full time that if I was going to do this, I had one chance to get it right. I'm 59 now. I was 58 when I started full time in my coaching practice. And during that period of time, I made a commitment. I want to see if it's possible. Even though I was told that it takes 3 to 5 years to build a sustainable coaching practice, I wanted to see if it was possible to do that in 1 year. And so God is blessed. I've worked hard. I've made a lot of mistakes. After a year, I was able to be interviewed on Chris and Kim's podcast, Successful Christian Coaching Today. And I was honored to be a guest on their podcast where I told the story briefly of how I took zero business experience and through their coaching, through some other study and practice and a willingness to try anything and an absolute steadfast commitment to the growth of my business, I was able to grow my coaching business into a fully sustainable business in 1 year. Did I reach all the goals that I set? Absolutely not. But I did reach enough that if every other source of income faded away, I could live on my coaching practice alone. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because most likely you've heard that podcast already, and it's highly likely that you've already had an opportunity to actually have a 1-hour coaching session with me where we explore this idea. And so I wanted to share it with you, whether you've done that or not, that as these conversations began to evolve, more and more it seemed like God was impressing upon me a desire to share and to help other people who are where I was a year ago to advance the business side of your practice while you're getting training, while you're pursuing other business interests, ministry interests, family life, whatever it is that's going on, that you could develop a self-sustaining coaching practice of your own. And it's been a delight to visit with many of you already. Some of you, if you're watching this video and you have not yet had an opportunity to hear the podcast or to have a one-on-one conversation with me, I'm going to tell you how to do that at the end of this video. But what I wanted to share with you is that as these conversations continued, I began to sense the leadership of the Lord to put together some ideas that would take what I had learned and share it with other people and involve them and give them opportunities that I had been given, maybe even at a more affordable rate. And so as I look back on how God blessed and what I learned in the process, guys, I did so many things wrong. As I learned these things and as I look back on what the most significant factors were, and I've shared this with some of you already, there are 3 things that I can point to that I believe really helped. Number 1, I made the decision to invest in hiring a coach. I knew that there were some things about business development that I didn't know. And I knew enough about what I didn't know to know that I needed someone to coach me through those things. And so I hired Kim Avery as my marketing coach. And I was willing to make that kind of investment. And it was a significant experience for me. It was tremendously helpful. It was not inexpensive, but it was worth the investment in order to move my business and particularly my marketing down the road. The second thing I did that I believe was tremendously successful was I invested in a community of support. To this day, I spend $350 a month on a mastermind group of people who are in a very similar place to where I am in their business development. Sometimes it's a joy to be able to encourage them. Sometimes it's a challenge and a blessing to have their encouragement in my life. And so I don't know where I would be without this community of people, not only in the meetings that we have twice a month online, but to be able to develop relationships with them outside of our twice a month calls, to do one-on-one kinds of experiences or small group calls with them where we just share ideas and we support each other and we challenge each other. I can guarantee you that I would not be where I am. Even though I tend to be kind of a loner and an individualist, I wouldn't be where I am without that community of support. And then the third thing is that I found a way to simplify and to clarify the kind of target, the kind of group that I was looking for. And for me, I'm kind of a numbers guy, and I was playing around with an idea one day, and I said, in addition to the financial goal, as I thought about how I might develop my practice and how I would target it, I began playing around with an idea that I thought for a while was just sort of shtick, just some kind of random crazy thing. And that was a play on the idea of 24/7. We use 24/7 in our vernacular all the time to refer to 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. That is not what I recommend for anybody's coaching practice. But I began to think, what if we played with that a little bit? And what if I offered to some of my clients, hey, what if you grew your business 24% in 7 months? Or what if you added 24 new customers or clients in 7 months? And so I began to do that in my own coaching practice. What if you were able to add 24 new clients over a 7-month period of time? How would that look? Well, I got pretty excited about that very simple idea that roughly fleshed out to about 3 people a month, give or take. Well, at the end of the year, I wound up with 45 clients. Some of them were group clients. Some of them were individual clients. Not all of them stayed the whole length of time. Some of them got on the elevator and got off again, and that's fine. But over a course of time, I was able to add, just by keeping that simple goal, I was able to add 45 new people. And now, even since I was on the podcast, God is continuing to bless with a very simple strategy of being able to reach new clients, but being absolutely committed to that goal. And so as I looked at that and I began to think about how I might be able to share that with other people, one of the things I wanted to do was to find a way to try to make it a little more affordable. I spent $500 a month on a coach and for 2 visits a month, and $350 a month on a mastermind group, and that can get pricey, and I understand that, and that's a challenge that a lot of new coaches come into. You're already paying for coach training, and yet there's a part of your business side that's missing, and it's in those specific areas. And so one of the things I began to get excited about is the idea of starting a mastermind group similar to the one that I'm a member of and similar to ones that I've led in the past, a mastermind group specifically for Christian coaches revolving around that 24/7 idea. So let me ask you a question. What would it do for your business? What would it do for your coaching practice if 1 year from now, or even 7 months from now, you added 24 new clients to your business? How would that change your business? How would that help you get closer to your goals or your ultimate dream that you want to accomplish in your life, your work, your ministry? How would it change your lifestyle? What would that do to enable you to perhaps let go of a day job right now that you know is not the long-term passion that or calling that you have from the Lord, but you have to do that right now to pay the bills? What would it do for you if you had 24 new clients who you reached out to and you gained with confidence and grace, and they were excited to join you in hiring you as their coach? Do you think that might make a difference? What would it be like if you had a group of, 10 or 12 or 15 other people who were part of your marketing arm, who were excited for you, who are your board of directors, so to speak, who could encourage you when you felt defeated, or give you new, fresh ideas to try, or challenge you sometimes with some stinking thinking you may have? How might that impact your coaching business? Well, that's the idea that I'm putting together with a new mastermind group called the 24/7 Mastermind Group for Coaches. Part of it's a little shticky, I'll admit, but part of it is just a desire to have a simple, clear, tangible goal. Now, you can define your 24 paying clients however you want to. That could be 24 group members in different coaching groups. It could be individual clients. It could be some combination thereof. And when we say paying clients, they could be paying as little as $10 a session, or these could be people you're charging $500 a month to, or more. So it's totally up to you how you define your 24. It just gives us a way to kind of conceptualize that idea. And so by offering this, I'm offering two of the three things that I talked about, which is a tangible goal and a community of support. But then I also wanted to do something along the lines of offering one-on-one coaching. I was very surprised in the conversations I had how few of us have our own coach. Guys, if you don't believe in coaching any more than to have your own coach, it's going to be hard to have some credibility in reaching out to other people. And so one of the things I began to look at is, what can I do to make it a powerful coaching experience for you, but also one that you could invest in? And so I decided to offer something also to coaches who are developing your business practice. And so normally my basic rate is 3 times a month. I coach people for $500 a month. Or for twice a month, I do that for $350 a month. However, for people who are a part of the Mastermind already, I wanted to offer something that could kind of combine all that together and make it more affordable. And so what I decided was to offer a discount in one of 3 ways. Number one, to give the opportunity to have one coaching session a month in addition to the Mastermind group for $150 a month, or to offer 2 sessions a month for $250. That's a $100 discount. And or to do, if you're gung ho and you want to meet weekly, we can do that. We can do the Mastermind one week, individual sessions another week, and I'm happy to do that for $350. So what I'm telling you is you've got some options. Option number one is, if you just want individual coaching, let me help you. I would be delighted and honored to have the privilege of helping you develop your business. Option 2, and this is a point of entry that I would definitely encourage every one of you to do, and that's frankly what I've gotten the most excitement about from some of the conversations I've had, is why don't we let's do the Mastermind. And so that Mastermind, the goal is to start it the 3rd week in September, and so I would love to have you join that. But the third option is to consider individual coaching in addition to the Mastermind, where we can do a combination and we can target some of your own specific challenges and needs and interests in addition to whatever the group is discussing. So I want you to be a part of this, all right? I'm just being real with you. I'm sitting here on my back porch in a jeans and t-shirt, just trying to be real, okay? But guys, I want to tell you something. I've heard your passion. I've heard your heart on some of the conversations we've had. And so if you're ready to get started, or if you're ready to have a further conversation about it, let me tell you what the next step is. I've put together a Q&A sheet, just some basic common asked questions about the group, and I'd be happy to get that to you. If you will email me, Andy, A-N-D-Y, at lifevesting, LIFEVESTING.com, or text me or call me, area code 806-392-3994, and let's have a conversation and let's get going with this. I believe a year from now, you can have a fully sustainable coaching practice if you're willing to commit to it, if you're willing to be coached yourself, if you're willing to receive a community of support from other people. This can be as vital to you as any coach training you may have, because you can be the greatest, most well-trained coach in the world, but if you're not developing your business, it's not helping anybody. And so I want to help you help other people. So let's get together and make this happen. Give me a call, send me an email, tell me you're in, I'll send you the fact sheet, and we'll get going. God bless. Look forward to hearing from you.